Hey guys, so today I'll be doing a review of the 1144 scale high grade RX-78 Gundam version Yokohama. So just like the RX-78 version 30th, the high grade version, this kit is based upon the 1:1 statue that you've seen before in Yokohama, which is the moving Gundam. So it has a lot of surface details that you need to pan align, just like the 30th anniversary again. And also some of the different parts that's supposed to be a different shade of blue and red and yellow and white are all on the same shade, so you have to paint them to look like it is closer to what it appears in the statue. But the details are there, so you need to just paint it yourself. And the eyes are clear, so you need to paint the border here black, so you have a light piping gimmick on the head, although the mohawk piece here or the camera lens on the head is molded in red together with the whole inner face. So yeah, and also for colors, it's a different shade of blue, which is a lot darker than the normal blue of the RX-78. And the red is the same as well as the yellow. The white is the same, and then the inner frame, the joints are a dark shade of gray, which is almost black, including the weapons here. So it's a different color palette than the normal RX-78, but it's closer to the colors of the statue, so it looks awesome. First off, it has a different sets of hands. So it comes with a holding hand that you see here on the Gundam itself, and it also comes with a trigger finger hand and a pair of open palm hands. Although my version doesn't have it because I've bought mine as a used kit, so it doesn't have all of the accessories that it originally has. So it doesn't have any extra hands. It only has the open palm hands or the close holding hands here that you see on the kit itself. And then next up is the beam rifle. So it's all molded in that dark gray color, which is darker than the usual gray that they use on the RX-78, and it also comes with a separate yellow piece for the scope here, which moves in and out, and also the secondary handle here can also move in and out as well. And since I don't have the original trigger finger hand for the beam rifle here, it's just using the normal holding hand for the beam rifle, and it doesn't have any problems holding it, even though it doesn't have the trigger finger hand. But it's much better if you have it, and it's tight enough on the hand that it doesn't fall off. And just close up the hand here, just like so, and that is the beam rifle attached on the hand. And the hands are on a typical ball joints, which can fit in any type of high grade gunpla that you have. So that's the beam rifle. And then next up is the shield. So the shield is very different in terms of details from the normal RX-78, and it has some edges here that's been cut out to make it more design, I would say, good, I guess. So yeah, and the statue doesn't have the shield or the beam rifle originally, so it's just an added bonus for this kit. And it has a gray part here which can move up or down depending on which place you want it. You can just remove the gray part here and reattach it either up here or here for the holding version and the default arm version, which is up here. And it has the 3mm peg to attach it onto the arm or the backpack, and the handle here moves in and out as well. And to attach it onto the arm, you can use either left or right arm. There's a part here that plugs into the hole on the arm, so when it's not using the shield, it's not ugly because there's a gaping hole on the arm here. And you can just peg the shield onto the lower arm, and that is the shield attached, and it can rotate on the arm here. And it can also attach on the backpack via a 3mm hole here on the backpack. Then finally, for the beam saber, it comes with two beam saber handles here. Although these are not the original beam saber handles that comes with the kit. I think this was from the La Gundam that I have, because the version that I have doesn't have the beam saber handles, just like the extra hands, because again this is a second hand kit, and it can fit snugly enough on the backpack that it doesn't fall off even if you tilt it upside down. So it's a good fit. And the beam saber handles come with clear pink beams for use on them, so you can use them activated, and you can just slide them in the hand just like so. And that is all of the accessories that comes with the kit. This version doesn't have the G dock that the other version has, because they released two versions of this kit, one without the G dock and one with the G dock, which connects on the back here via this slot, so that you can recreate the pose or the scene wherein it's moving when it's in the dock in Yokohama. So for the neck, it's on a double ball joint polycap, so the head can go up about that far and then go down that far, side to side that far, and rotate all the way around. For the arm, it's on a ball joint and cup combo, and a hinge on the upper part here of the body, which lets it go up from that polycap, and together with the ball joint, the arm can go up about that far. And then there's a separate joint here inside the shoulder, which lets the arm go up about that far, and all in all. And then there's also a bicep swivel, but not here on the bicep itself, but on the elbow joint, or the lower or upper elbow joint, which rotates all the way around, and it has a single hinge here which bends that far, and then there's a secondary hinge inside the elbow which bends about that far. And then the hands is on a ball joint which can rotate and wiggle around. For the torso, it's on a ball joint here from the waist up to the mid torso, and then another ball joint coming up to the torso here, which lets the chest go forward about that far, go back about that far, side to side, not that much, and rotate all the way around. For the waist, the front skirts are molded together. They are on ball joints, but you can separate them, and they can move up about that far. And then the side skirts can move up and down and also rotate. The back skirts doesn't move, they're fixed post. And then there's a separate hip action here, which rocks side to side like so. And then the hips are on pegs, so the legs can go forward about that far, go back that far, out until it hits the side skirt here, and there's a rotation here on the thigh itself. And then for the knees, the design of the upper thigh here is like this, so it's not the separation problem, it's just the design that looks like this. So yeah, it's like the statue, because the statue, the front piece here moves together with the knee, so they recreated here on the model kit itself. And the knee can bend about that far on two joints. And then for the foot, it's on a peg here on the lower leg, which lets it move forward and back and also rotate a little bit. And then the foot guard can move up and down on a hinge. And then the foot itself is on a ball joint, which moves forward and back, side to side, and rotate a little bit. So here is the RX-78 version Yokohama next to the first grade RX-78, and as you can see, it's much taller and it looks much modern than the first grade here. Then next to the entry grade 2009 version, which is based on the statue that was first released in Japan in 2009. And then the entry grade 2020 version or 2021 version, which is much closer on the anime look than the F00 here. next to the 30th anniversary version, the high grade. And as you can see, the colors are very different. The blue is darker here on the Yokohama version, and the blue here is more on anime accuracy. And the whites are also different in terms of shading, and the yellow is much more orange here on the 30th anniversary than the Yokohama version here. And the red is also a bit paler here on the 30th anniversary version. Then next to the Revive RX-78, next to the Beyond Global RX-78 Gundam, and last but not the least, next to the Origin version RX-78. Overall, this is a good kit despite it being a exclusive version. There's two versions that you can buy for the 1144 scale. You can buy the one without the G-Dock and the one that has a G-Dock. And if you buy the one with the G-Dock, be prepared to have a lot of space on your shelf because the dock itself is very big and it's much more expensive than the version without G-Dock. So I prefer the one without it because I don't need the G-Dock when I display the Gundam here, and I also have limited space on my shelf. So if I get the G-Dock version, I might just skip the dock itself on the box and just display the kit itself by its own. So yeah, and also the details are very nice, just like the 30th anniversary version here that you can see in the back. Both of them are based on the statues. This one is based on the very first RX-78 Gundam statue, and this one is based on the very recent RX-78 statue, which is the moving Gundam. So detail-wise, the F00 here is much more detailed than this version, but they both share a lot of panel lines that you can pick out when you panel line the kit or just paint it the way that the statue looks in real life. And in terms of posability, the F00 here is much better than the 30th anniversary version here because it doesn't have a double jointed elbow and a double jointed knee unlike this one. So you can pose the RX-78 F00 here much better than this guy. And looks wise, I prefer the head of this guy than this one because the head here of the 30th anniversary is based on the 2.0 eyes. So the eyes are a lot bigger than they're supposed to, unlike this one. Although the eyes here on the F00 is a bit hard to look or to see because it's tucked inside the helmet here uh, than the other RX-78s. And if you paint it, it's hard to find or it's hard to see the eyes. But if you use the stickers that comes with the kit, the eyes are not that hard to see when it's just facing forward and displayed in the kit just standing there or in the shelves just standing. So yeah. So if you're looking for a version of the RX-78 F00, you can just buy this kit or the G-Dock version, which is hard to find now because the statue and the store that sells the kits are closed and the statue has been removed and relocated in Osaka. So scalpers are really taking advantage of the kit here, so they bumped up the price very high. So it's hard to find and very expensive. And if you find one in a reasonable price, go get it because it's a great kit and it's a great addition to the collections of RX-78 that you have if you like this design. So that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!